You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drakewing Gaming. It's something about Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Rain Check. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right back in, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. The reindeer runs out of the room before I even get a chance to clarify myself. Might as well take this time to see if I can find anything useful. I pull out my bid flipper and slowly pan it around the room. Ha! I knew it! There's at least 8 hidden cameras in here, the closest one being under the desk right beside me. Let's just disable all these unwanted cameras first. There. I trace my digits along the underside of the table until I feel a small bump, prompting me to slowly pick the camera off. The door suddenly swings open behind me, causing me to stuff the hidden camera in my pockets in a panic. Mr. Javier, I have some good news! Oh, Magnus is here? Yeah, I managed to pop my head in and saw he's still here, but they're still talking about business. I let out a relieved sigh. We can wait outside in the lounge. That way we'll see when Magnus comes out. Ugh, it means I'll have to go back to those idiots, but it's not like I have a choice. Fine, let's wait outside. We walk over to the sofas where David flops down and pulls out his phone. I decided to sit across from him, but as I do, I notice the 2 lions watching me, with one of them starting to approach. What's the situation now? Are you able to get Magnus? Yes, we're just waiting for him to finish his meeting. Isn't that right, David? Yep, he's with my dad right now, just a few rooms down. The lion steps closer and bends down to whisper something. I don't know what kind of stunt you pulled getting in here, but count yourself lucky. He shoots me a glare before walking back to the lion. I roll my eyes at the over-necessary theatrics before returning my attention to David. This might be the perfect opportunity to get some more clarification on things. Let's hope he's willing to share. David, what's your relationship with Magnus? Big Gus? He's like an uncle to me. I've known him since I was a kid. Him and my dad have been friends for a while. I'm not sure how my dad met him, though. I never asked, but it seems like they're always meeting up together at least once a month. Sometimes me and my dad even take a private jet to visit Magnus's mansion by the mountains. David flashes me a smile before getting engrossed in his phone again. Well, that was easier than expected. Only everyone I questioned was like David. Although I do find his openness a bit off-putting, to say the least. Maybe I should test my theory and see if he's as big of an airhead as he looks. You know, David, if I'm taking up too much of your time, you're free to leave. You don't need to accompany me. I know, but there's nothing to do. And my parents always tell me to be nice around guests and important clients. He motions to the lion standing off to the side, staring at us. And look, you have bodyguards, so you're an important client. I try my best to hide the visual cringe at his logic. And what if I didn't have these bodyguards? I don't know, I'd still help you, because you're a friend of Mr. Theodore. I guess we're all also friends now. He chuckles playfully before tapping on his phone again. This is some kind of act. If this is some kind of act, it's extremely convincing. Hey, I should ask some questions about you, too. What kind of company do you run, Mr. Javier? Company? Better make something up on the spot. I run a boutique intelligence firm specializing in high-stakes global problem-solving. We offer bespoke solutions to some of the most complex security and investigative needs in the world. Our clients range from influential private individuals to multinational corporations seeking discreet and effective resolutions to delicate matters. You could say we deal in information and solutions that most won't even know how to ask for. Wow! That sounds really important and impressive. I'm pretty sure I didn't understand half those words. No wonder you're meeting up with Big Gus. You're both business foxes. I like to conserve my energy and ignore the reindeer. I need to focus on what to say when Magnus shows up. There's too much on the line. The best approach is to be direct and honest. I'll tell him his original contact was late, and that there's clearly been some kind of setup. I'll also suggest he void the contract he made when I was with him the other night and redo it with Helix. Whatever intentions they might have, I'm not entirely sure, but it seems important to Blackout. I have a strong hunch that Lawrence is behind all this somehow. There's a high chance that Lawrence set us up at the speakeasy, and if that's the case, the fact that it coincided with Helix's and Magnus's meeting can't be a coincidence. This is all circumstantial for now, but I'll find out soon enough. Oh, Mr. Javier! Ah! David shakes my arm, causing me to instinctively flinch, and I recoil back. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to startle you, but you were spacing out. I was just trying to get your attention. Well, you have it. What is it? Big Gus is out. I practically jump out of my seat as soon as I see Magnus emerge into this room. I watch as David rushes over to greet him. Big Gus! You're finally out of your meeting. There's someone here that's looking for you. David waves me over, and I'm still trying to make my way over with Magnus's eyes lighting up in surprise. Javier, this is most surprising. Did you not say you were not interested in me? His voice is deep and sultry as he adjusts his robe, but I can't help finding it irritating. He steps closer to grab me and grabs my paw, delivering another greeting kiss again, so I try not to let it bother me. Things are complicated. I came here to talk to you in a professional setting. Yes, that is acceptable. But what is the reason for the security lines behind you? I turn around and roll my eyes when I spot the same two idiots now just several feet behind me. Don't pay those buffoons any mind. I need to talk to you about the signing you did the other night. Yes, the sales deal. What about it? There was some kind of setup that prevented the original party from meeting you at that night. They requested I find you again so they can discuss the deal again. That is most interesting to hear. But I'm afraid that doing a re-sign may not go well. The deal is done. It would be difficult to accomplish this task. Huh? I reach into my pocket and pull out my phone. I'm about to dismiss the call, but realize the number is coming from the hospital. Sorry, please give me a moment to handle this. The phone connects and a frantic nurse can be heard on the other end talking in the background. Hello? Is this Javier? We're contacting you because your details were listed under... Yes, but I'm in the middle of something. Can you please... Sorry, this is rather urgent. It's about our patient Root. He's gone. My heart stops. Gone? What do you mean by gone? You don't mean to say he's disappeared from his room. The authorities have already been contacted as we try to track him down, but he's nowhere to be found. What? We'll keep you updated in the meantime. Please keep a lookout for him. Thank you. Water time. Alright, guys and gals, and we are back. Let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go! Okay. He may have wandered off because of his amnesia. Okay. The nurse keeps talking about hang up. Feeling like I've heard enough. Magnus cocks his brow in concern. Are you okay? Yeah, that sounded serious. I uttered a small chuckle and put my phone away, trying to refocus, but it proves harder than I expected. Just some unexpected difficulties at the moment. Like I was saying, I grab his arm and pull him down slightly, making sure the lions can't hear what I'm about to say. We need to discuss this in private. This is serious. Understood. A large fox stands back up and straightens his robe and walks to the conference suite. We'll be talking about some things in private. Okay, have fun. The lions stare me down as I follow Magnus. Hopefully I can convince him to help me. Well, what is the matter? How can I tell him this without raising any cause for concern? The contract, the deal, the signing, it was wrong. Wrong? Everything is in place, is it not? That's what I thought too, but I'll just cut straight to it. How much do you know about Blackout? Blackout? The fox strokes his chin for a moment before nodding slowly. Yes, Blackout. That is correct. I know about this Blackout. In an email. What was this email about? I do not remember fully. The details are sparse. Only to come an hour earlier. You mean at Speakeasy, the library? Correct. Do you have the email with you now? Could you show me? I do not understand this worry and significance. You come to meet me for one email? I can see your worries on your face. Help me understand what is wrong. I think you've been set up. You're a man of great power, and there are those that would try and influence you. I suspect the email you received is in relation to that. Are you saying that the email was not sent by Blackout? I spoke with them earlier, and they never mentioned sending an email, let alone to ask you to come in an hour early. It sounds like you were set up. Which is why Blackout is requesting to discuss the deal with you again, and... Wait a second, if you didn't sign the document with Blackout, then who was it? I tried to think back to that night. We were sitting in this very room, too. There wasn't anyone out of place, not that I could spot. The typical business bigwigs with Magnus beside me. Definitely nobody there from Blackout that I recognized. OPEX. Magnus' sudden low tone interrupts my thinking. I stare up at him blankly. OPEX? One of the men. I assumed the men were from Blackout, but one of them I recognized from OPEX. If it is not Blackout, then my best guess is OPEX. OPEX? You mean the research center? I do not know. Their business card had OPEX on it. Well, do you still have that on you? Ha! I do not keep such trivial things. I have disposed of it already. This music is weird. Damn. So, you come here asking me to give funding once again to the real Blackout, am I correct? Yes. I had no other choice. I had to come find you, or else they have someone hostage. I swallow my words, trying my best to remain calm as the thought of leaving Theodore behind haunts my mind. Concerning those lions outside. They're not friendly, I can tell. They're making sure I don't pull a fast one. Javier, you put me in a tough, terrible situation. I have a reputation. Canceling the contract is not good for business, but... I grip my fangs nervously as he's deep in thought when suddenly an idea springs to mind. You just need to have a meeting with them. You can tell them about the situation. The only stipulation I had was to find you and arrange a meeting between you two. Are you sure? If they know I have no interest in signing other contracts, then what will become of you? It is too dangerous. The fox reaches out and strokes my arm as I try my best not to recoil. I will compromise something and speak with them, but on one condition. What is it? I get to spend some time with you again. I feel my face warm and swell from embarrassment as Magnus gives me a slight wink, and to think I'd have offered myself up in time like this. What? You can't be serious, now? Yes. You know I am interested in you. I stare at Magnus, but my ears flatten as I realize I'm not really in any position to negotiate. Without an involuntary shiver, my mind races. Theodore is still in danger. The lions are watching my every move, and now Magnus is demanding me of all things? I chew the inside of my cheek, torn between desperation and something... embarrassment? Fear? Maybe both. I glance aside, trying not to meet Magnus's gaze, but his presence is overwhelming with the way he looms over me. These billionaires are all the same. You can't be serious right now. People's lives are at stake, including Theodore's. Do you think I don't understand that? You came to me for help, and I am offering it, but in return I want time with you. I glare at him, and anger and anxiety gnawing in my chest. You really think I'm in any position to refuse? I know you are not, but you must know I would not hurt you, Javier. This arrangement does not have to be unpleasant. I shift my weight from one paw to the other, my ears pinned back. A mix of shame and frustration flares inside me. I can't believe what's being asked of me. So that's it? You talk to them. If I'm yours for a while? Don't say it like such, as I am not forcing you, but it is true. I will handle this predicament. In return, we spend some time together. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. I love you all, and I shall see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!